absolutely devastating.
Oh! This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Facer Hill Pro Wrestling Talk. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by OG Tony, Marcus Fine, Justin Terrell, and Big Glenn. How's it going, guys?
Doing great.
Doing good, man. Just got done with a show, had fun on it, talking some AEW. Guys, let's get ready. Let's jump right into it. I think most of us here, I know all of us didn't, but for the most part, seen the Royal Rumble this past Saturday. Want to get everybody's thoughts on that. Justin, let's start with you, with your thoughts on the Royal Rumble. What you liked, what you didn't.
I'm glad I've been talking to some of my friends about it. Those who've not been in the business and whatnot. They didn't really like it. They thought it was kind of bland and whatnot. But me, I personally thought storyline wise, it was fantastic. I thought they focused more on the future and debuting the newer talent versus having all these surprises. Unfortunately, the only surprise we really got was Brie Bella.
Shit.
Of course you did. Hey, but guys, let me interrupt. And I know Brie Bella's, I understand, but she got one of the biggest pops of the night, Marcus. That place went crazy.
Okay, well, my hero is Cash Legend, because I do know that she eliminated both those Bellas.
Yeah, she did.
So she's my hero of the week. I ought to do a hero of the week segment.
Yeah, no shit.
That's my hero of the week this week.
my biggest pet peeve with it being in Saudi Arabia was that I felt like the women's match was held back a little bit. It's not disrespectful to the women or anything like that. It's the culture, it's the country, it's the religion, it's everything that they have to do. You have to be covered up. So, of course, all these women are going out with this extravagant gear, and they're getting, this, full coverage gear, but they have stuff hanging off of them. They have, the straps, or they have, the spikes and stuff like that. And you saw like girls, saw female wrestlers doing the tilt-a-whirls and getting caught. They saw this and getting caught, and it just looks sloppy to me. But yeah, as far as the pay-per-view all around, I thought story-wise, all the match places and those who came out at the spots they did, I thought it was very well done.
Can I do a shout out real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we got a guy named Jeff in the chat, longtime Bruiser fan. I'm glad to have you in the chat there, Jeff.
Yeah,
I haven't seen you for a while.
Welcome, Jeff.
But yeah, me and him talked ex Bruiser quite a few times in the past, so good man.
Yeah, got to be if he's a Bruiser fan for sure. Guys, I'll give my thoughts real quick, and then we'll let Chris and Glenn go. I liked it. I kind of agree. I thought they told a lot of stories. Even in the Ladies Rumble, there were some little stories with Asuka and Kairi Sane. Same thing with Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne, Maxine, Becky, and Natty. So there were some nice little stories. I thought Last Legend looked fantastic. I thought Saruka looked fantastic. I thought Liv Morgan, I thought that was a pretty good choice to win it. My only disappointment was, and it's not their fault. I mean, I don't know if she's ready. My pick to win it all was Bianca Belair. She wasn't even in it. But, maybe she's not ready to be in it. And she wasn't advertised to be in it. So nothing to be upset there. That's one thing people are going to have to learn to live with about the surprises and some of the old timers coming in. They don't need the old timers anymore. They've got NXT. They've got Evolve. And these people need to be pushed and need to get ready for the next generation. So people are going to have to get over that. We got Powerhouse Hobbs in the men's. So, I mean, they're going to have to get over that or quit looking at the internet, talk about it, because they was never advertised. Paige wasn't advertised, and people, well, why wasn't Paige yet? Well, we never was advertised to be there, guys. Calm down. But yeah, I thought it was a really good show. I really liked it. I don't know what some of the people's upset about. I thought Styles and Gunther match was fantastic. It was my match of the night, better even in the Rumble. I thought it was fantastic. Gunther's the storytelling was phenomenal for me. Sami Zayn and Drew was a good match. I thought probably the weakest one on the show, but I think a lot of that was placement. I think that should have been the second match on the show after the Ladies Rumble. Just my opinion. But still a solid match. I'm not taking anything away from me. And then the men's Rumble, Oba family looked really good. And they talk about surprises. Heck, you got one of the biggest surprises you could have had. Who would have thought that Braun Breaker was going to be eliminated?
That was fantastic.
That was fantastic.
We are not talking about that enough, honestly.
And can I want to answer Mike's question to Mike's question. There was not an empty seat there. The reason why it looked empty was they wanted to use LED lights, and if you looked, every seat in the arena had a white box, and when those white boxes were on, it looked like every seat was empty. So yes, you can sit there and say it looked empty, but it was not an empty. It was not an empty arena. The crowd was full. It was sold out.
Even for it being a 10 o'clock local start. That's insane.
Yeah, that was it was. I really enjoyed the match. Going back to that, Trick Williams had a great night. I thought Javon Evans looked fantastic. I think he was in the match 40 or 50 minutes, so very good for him. Roman Royce Keys also made his debut, a lifetime dream for him. So I think that's fantastic. Roman Reigns wins it. I think it's great that he won it. And my criticism of him winning it was, is he going to be around? But we'll talk about that when we get to the Monday Night Raw thing. So I think that question got a little bit answered there. But the other thing that come out to me was, who did it? It was Logan Paul, the guy that attacked Braun Breaker. Who was it? That's a great storyline to continue. And then the other thing was, man, if you really look at it, Division had a really terrible day, and I never would have expected that coming into the pay-per-view. So I enjoyed the pay-per-view, guys. I give it 8.5. I really loved it.
Yeah, I agree. I do. I like I said, I enjoyed the Rumble. I thought Royce Keys, aka Powerhouse Hobbs, had a decent showing. Oba, I mean, they need to push Oba to the moon. I mean, Oba doesn't even really need a title at this point. To be honest with you, with the showing that he had in the Rumble. Excuse me, and we'll talk about that more again on Monday Night Raw with his debut. Yeah. But my match of the night, honestly, I thought Drew and Sami really brought it down. Like the storytelling between Gunther and AJ Styles, it's AJ Styles there's a reason why he's phenomenal. There's a reason why he lasted as long as he did. But I just felt like all around match wise, Sami and Drew really brought it. I felt like it kind of elevated Sami a little bit. I still don't think Sami's ready for that push right yet, but I think it's coming. I think a couple more matches like he's had, or big spotlights with Roman or with Drew, that's where he's going to get there. And I think the rumor, from what I've read online, which you can't believe everything online, with them, I think they're going to announce that WrestleMania next year is not going to be in the States. And they're talking that Sami could possibly win it next year in Saudi Arabia.
Yep, that could be. It could be. Chris, your thoughts? Maybe. There he is.
No, I like the Rumble. I thought the women's match was good. I thought Sol Ruka looked outstanding. Uh, I think they have a star right there if they use her right. When she done that flip into that damn double cutter, that shit's just crazy. But yeah, I really like the women's Rumble. I thought AJ Styles and Gunther was awesome. I thought they done a good job of telling that story. But I mean, you never see either one of them guys have a bad match, so I knew it was going to be good. And then I agree with you. I would have had I would have flipped the order of the Styles and Gunther match and the Drew McIntyre Sami Zayn match. But I thought that was a good match as well. But just with all the emotion of the Styles match, I'd have done that before the men's Rumble. But then the men's Rumble, I really like Braun Breaker getting knocked out that early. Surprised me that leaves who's the one that done it. I agree with you guys. They told a lot. They set up a lot of stories, a lot of different directions that they could go. Yeah, I thought it was a good show. I'd give it I'll probably give it at least a B plus. Maybe and right there to be an A. Like I really enjoyed it. It had my attention the whole show. And
oh, I agree. I mean, if you looked at it, it told a lot of stories, especially like in the Rumble. Like, I mean, we saw possible 3 matches already set up in the men's Rumble for WrestleMania. I mean, you saw what Drew did to Cody. You saw, then you saw I'm drawing a blank real quick. Then you saw the
Oba
the
and
team.
Brock.
You saw the teams for Oba and Brock, and then obviously you had the winner of the Rumble.
With Oba and Brock, my only complaint my only complaint about the men's Rumble was I would have done a little bit more with Oba and Brock.
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I don't think he necessarily had to eliminate each other, but I think getting them face to face a little bit and getting that standoff moment a little bit more would have got that bigger pop. But if you had done just a little bit more, but like I said, that's nitpicking. That's nitpicking because I like I said, I really enjoyed the show.
Right? Yeah, I agree. Like that is nitpicking, but even I would add, like, if you do the standstill, maybe do the standstill, and then they both go back and forth. You hit the ropes, bam. He hits the rope, bam. Then they both charge one charges the other behind each other. They hit each other so hard they both go over the rope.
Yeah.
And then they just brawl to the back and have everybody, all the security and everybody just clearing back. Now everybody's riled up because those two are riled up, and you set up another. You set it up that way too, but I love the tease.
Yep. Big Glenn, your thoughts?
I enjoyed it. There was times during the both Rumble matches where it kind of got stale. This one, this is the standpoint of who was in there and everything like that. I love the storytelling between Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss early in the match. Because you can see where they're starting to go with that, which is great. The men's Rumble, I do enjoy the Roman Reigns win of it. I honestly would like to see Roman or Oba win it, but I'm okay with Roman winning it, obviously. As far as the Logan Paul, not Logan Paul, but speaking of Logan Paul, I do think he's going to be the one that ends up being revealed as the guy that took Braun Breaker out. Okay. I'm gonna go on the record saying that right now. But as far as the women's Rumble is concerned, my only gripe in the world as far as this whole freaking event is the freaking Bella Twins. If we're gonna have the Bella Twins, we should have had Paige. And thank God for Last Legend. I ought to go buy her one of her t-shirts and put some money in her pocket.
To be fair, I don't think I think it's going to be a while before we get Paige, and I think a lot of people know. I think a lot of people know why we probably won't get Paige in a WWE ring for a while. Now I'm drawing another freaking blank.
Hey, it's that time of the night, man. So
I know, it really is. It really is. Yeah, I just draw a blank on where we were going with all of this. Oh no, the whole everybody's thinking it's Logan Paul. No, I think Logan
We're
Paul
about to
had
deduct his
something.
pay. He can't remember what he wants to
I
say.
know,
What
give
the
him
hell's
shit.
going on here?
He's
I
having
know.
some J moments.
I
Jay
do
Son.
know. I might be. I don't know. I think Logan had something to do with it, but I don't think Logan was the person that did it.
You think it was
If you-
Jake Paul?
I think it was Jake Paul.
Because I can see that's my other option, like 1A, 1B. The last name's gonna be Paul, so
I think it
All
was
right,
Jake.
guys. Could be. We'll see. Guys, let's well, real quick. Speaking of that, I've seen some backstage footage of Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman on a golf cart leaving the backstage area, and he's going crazy. They're both thinking it's Seth Rollins, so that's what they think. So we'll see where it goes from there. Guys, let's jump right in.
Before we go over, I was gonna say I love a lot of the backstage stuff where they was coming out off the cart and everything. Like you mentioned the Paul Heyman and that, and the Kyrie Sane getting kicked off the cart from Asuka.
Yeah, Asuka kicked her off the cart. She's running behind it. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's move on to SmackDown. Justin, what'd you think about SmackDown Friday night before the Rumble?
I thought it was a decent show. I thought it was a good show to end or to be the go home show. I just felt like with the arena and the Titantron and everything, I think just felt like it was just way over top, and I felt like I took away from a lot of things. For example, I felt like the crowd didn't seem like they were really into it. I think they were more ready for the next day, the Rumble. But no, I loved a lot of the cliffhangers that we got in there. We got Cody Rhodes hitting the Cody Cutter on Randy Orton. You had Elliot. I just wrote it down. You had Ray Phoenix coming back. You had the tag team, or you had Flair and Bliss beating Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan. And then you got Axiom beating Gargano. I mean, it kind of sucks to see Gargano being by himself again, but it is what it is. I absolutely love Ilya Dragunov. I cannot wait to see.
That's a bad dude right there, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him be a big time player. But no, I really like the setup for the 8-man tag match, and I like how it ended in a no DQ match. Overall, I thought it was a decent show. I'd give it about a 7 as a go home show. I just felt like, again, outdoors, the big stage. I felt like that kind of gave away the aura or the hype for the Royal Rumble. But I think it also took away some of the momentum going into the Rumble as well, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty decent show. I loved Ray Phoenix and Carmelo Hayes. That was the biggest highlight, and the 8-man tag was good. I thought it was decent. I agree with you, probably about 7. So, yeah, I kind of agree with you, Justin. Let's move on to Monday Night Raw. Chris, that was your assignment. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw.
Oh, yeah. Raw was a little weird for me because most of the show I felt like it was kind of flat, for lack of a better word. Most of the big moments in the whole show had nothing to do with the matches. Most of the stuff that drew you in and kind of kept your attention was the promos or some of the backstage stuff. But other than the women's match, the other matches just kind of fell kind of flat for me. And then you get to the end of the show and you have one of the best promos that I've seen in a while. I thought the promo with Reigns and Punk there at the end of the show was awesome. And that made the show. But up till that point, to me, it just felt kind of flat. All the stuff that drew me in or really caught my attention was stuff that really didn't have nothing to do with the action in the ring, if that makes sense.
It does. I agree with you. I told because I talked on Sunday with guys from In Your House. I told him I thought the wrestling. No, I commented on a show that they did Tuesday. I thought the wrestling was a little clunky. Just not
Uh,
bad. Not, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad
yeah,
in the matches. It was
there
just
was
still
one
clunky.
real bad thing. Raquel Rodriguez got a little scared that when she went to go flip off that middle rope to go through the table, and she
Yeah,
hesitated
that
and then
spot.
rotated
Yeah,
real slow, and that looked
Yeah.
that spot looked real bad. But yeah, I thought clunky's a good word. That might be a better word than kind of flat. But yeah, it just had a weird feel to it. But I loved the way it ended. I
Well,
thought the Roman Reigns and CM Punk stuff was awesome. I liked
the
how
story-
Punk was attacking Reigns about not being gone and stuff, and then Reigns came back right back at him and said, "Yeah, you're here all the time now because you took 10 years off." And like, just go. I thought the promo was. I thought it was great. But yeah,
Yeah, and
just the
I
whole
love the
program
whole.
just
He
felt a little lazy.
kind of upset me. Like I really started liking, our tribal chief, and then he upset me with the Zebros comment. Like I was so excited to take my kids just to see that, just to see the Zebros, and he said it was stupid shit. Like that upset me. No, I really. To add to you guys, I thought a lot of it. I thought the wrestling was, it was clunky. It was kind of, sloppy a little bit. But you got to look at that. I thought they were jet lagged. A lot of them were jet lagged. They're flying Saturday. They wrestled in Saudi Arabia. Monday they're wrestling on Monday Night Raw. There wasn't a lot of turnover, a lot of rest time. So I saw a lot of jet lag, which again, Roman and CM Punk being able to save it. But let's talk about the Bellas promo. That was the worst promo. They turned heel on Philly when they thought Philly was booing them, when they really were saying "Coop" for Cooper to Gene, and it felt sloppy, and it was bad. It was probably the worst segment.
You guys may think I'm crazy, but I'll give the show an 8.5, and I'll tell you why. There was 3 segments in that show that were fantastic. The wrestling was a little clunky. I'll give it a 7. The rest of the show, I'll give it a 7. But there was 3 things on that show that were, for me, were 10s. First one was the opening of Braun Breaker. I thought was fantastic. It was a 10 for me. The next one was Gunther coming out to AJ Styles music, and then doing the next thing he needed to do is when he's not killing people's careers, he's destroying people, and he destroyed Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
And that segment and Dragon Lee selling was fantastic. That segment was a 10. And then you go to the confrontation with CM Punk and the Tribal Chief. That was a 10. So I give it an 8.5, man. The wrestling and other stuff was a 7. But man, the storytelling in that show knocked it out of a park, man.
Oh, absolutely.
It was great.
I agree. I'd give it right around 8.5 because I loved how it ended in the moment you talked about. But just real quick, these are the notes I took. Evans is athletic as hell. Loved Gunther coming out to Styles music, which was the point you brought up. I loved how what they did with Oba Femi coming out and destroying the Americanos. I thought that was the building him up. I really like that. And then my next notes was could have lived without the Bella promo.
Yeah,
we
can live without them in WWE. So
Hey, let's talk about El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano at WrestleMania.
That's what happened, guys.
That should be the main
mass versus mass, man. That's what it should be. Mass versus mass.
Hey, Justin, man, I'll tell you what. I wasn't sure if he was watching Raw on Monday, so I figured to tag you in the group chat. Say, hey, here comes your boy, because I knew exactly what was happening.
Glenn, you got any quick thoughts on Raw?
It was good. I enjoyed the Roman Reigns promo, obviously. I like the Oba segment, and that's pretty much. Oh, I did like the real original Americano coming out and doing his thing. So, which is all Chad Gable. That's a story for another day. So,
okay, guys, let's move on to NXT with Marcus. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to hear what Marcus has to say about this show.
All right. Well, I got trivia questions first, so I'm going to throw them out there.
Okay.
And everybody may have seen this already. I just seen this before we went live, and I had to think about it. What is the only WrestleMania that the main event had both people in the main event use their real names?
Son of a bitch. I've seen it
And
before,
it's
but
real
I
easy
can't
because
remember.
Carson Drake answered it, and then once he said it, that's what everybody else says. Like,
I've seen that before. Damn it.
You don't know, Glenn? I thought you'd be pipe right in there, buddy.
I gotta think about this one.
I've seen it,
And
but I
then once
can't
you
remember
hear
who
it,
it was.
you're going to be like, "Oh shit!"
Oh yeah, yeah. I know I'm going to, because I've seen this trivia question before, and I've heard the answer, but I can't remember it. Go ahead,
Wow.
Marcus. Give it to us.
WrestleMania 19. I'll give you that. Does anybody remember that one?
WrestleMania 19. Okay, hold on. WrestleMania 19. That's before
420.
One of the participants,
Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle.
yeah, one of the I was gonna say one of the participants was in the Royal Rumble just like a few days ago.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Today's an anniversary date. 38 years.
38 years. Let's see, I would have just been born. Is this the Hogan thing? Hogan Andre?
Yeah.
Main event?
Hogan on. Okay.
38 years today.
And I live a half a block from the old Mark Square buildings.
I watched that 3 years later.
I watched it the next night because they blacked it out in Indy because it was in Indy, and then they showed it the very next night.
Oh, they still had
it.
I
do have
live.
pictures from it because my mom took them, and I
on satellite dish. I watched it.
Hell yeah!
Well, you be one of them gigantically large UFO things.
Yes, great big some bitches. Yep.
I'm not surprised, Tony. You know.
Every so often, we're out in the country, you'll see one of them. Like, there, of course, it's not kids anymore, but it's like, oh, there's somebody there junk that. But anyway, okay, go ahead.
Yep, I remember watching that there, and I've always remembered since I was a little kid that giant ass fucking satellite in his backyard.
Yep. Okay, Marcus, your thoughts on NXT?
Oh, I loved it. They called it what? Title Tuesday? I think that's what they called it. Title Tuesday.
They may have.
I wish I hadn't got, before you could continue, Marcus, I want to say I wish I hadn't got needed to get a tooth pulled of money because I probably would have went down there on Tuesday for that. So.
Okay, well, they started out with the triple threat, ladies triple threat. They say this is the first time that the North American title was ever contested in a triple threat match for the ladies.
Wow, that's crazy.
I love the match. I didn't care for the ending. A lot of substitution holds. I loved it. Izzy and Thea using a lot of sub holds. I love that. I'm going to have to do my weekly don't disrespect the title when she ran over there and looked like she chewed a bite out of the leather strap. It's like, keep it out of your mouth. It doesn't belong there.
She's not Pete Dunne, you know.
Around the waist or over the shoulder, and don't do anything else with it. Of course, I'll say it every week. Don't be swinging it in the air. Don't be clanking the plates together. Respect those titles. But anyhow, the three-way sleeper hold, which I almost missed because that was during the commercial break and I had to watch the little small TV off to the left.
Yeah.
Lola's kicks, my goodness. She kicked the shit out of anything, I think.
Yeah.
She's a real fighter.
She's beat Bellator.
Of course, Kalani Jordan come out and busted up somebody's hand. Which one did she bust up?
Lola.
Lola, yeah. But the pin was bad. After all that stuff they went through, it was a very simple move to pin to make the pin.
Yeah,
I thought you just went through that entire hoorah of all those impressive moves, and it was such a simple maneuver and a pin attempt. And it's like, that's the only thing. I give it a 7 only because I didn't care for the end.
Okay.
On that match. All right, let's see what's next. I'm still learning my people. Elo LaFleur and Charlie Dempsey. Oh, that's that 3 minute. I don't know if I care about those 3 minute speed matches.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just kind of.
What'd you think of the how he got the pin there with that head scissor?
Well, I thought Charlie Dempsey should have won it with all his unique pin attempts.
Oh yeah, Dempsey's.
And he didn't get it. The other guy did. Well,
you know do you know who Dempsey is?
I know who he is. I'll let Marcus
figure it out.
That's William Regal's son.
Yep, William Regal's son.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, can you not see him in his face? Can you not see his face?
Well, it's kind of hard when they're doing a 3-minute match. It's kind of hard
Yeah.
to keep
I
track of
know, I
it.
know. But yeah, look at
But I will let
if you look
Carver
at Dipsy's face. Yeah, if you look at Dipsy's face, it's William Regal
he's-
all over.
Well, then that
He's a really
explains
good wrestler.
those interesting scientific pin maneuvers because
Yes.
it explains that. It was just too damn super fast. It was like AEW. That's kind of what I thought. It was like, damn, it was slow. But I know you got to get so much in for 3 minutes. But what's the point of a 3-minute? I don't. So then we had Zarya and Sol Ruka taking on the Elegance brand. That was an all right match, I guess.
Yep.
Zarya holding Heather up by the neck. I guess that was the theme of the week.
Yep.
Everybody trying to strangle the shit out of everybody because they did it for Gunther did it, and then you said AEW had it on there.
Yep.
NXT had it on there as well. So that
Yeah.
must have been the move of the week. So it's interesting to see women do spears. You don't see women do spears, and then they had a double spear, and I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
The match was okay, but the storytelling was fantastic. So I give that I don't know, 7. Lexus King finally looked good this week.
He did.
I thought you didn't think he did?
No, I did. I agree with you. He looked good.
So I give that match a 7. He took on Lexus King and Stax. That's all I could get out of that one. Ryan Connors and what is it, Kyle Dixon or Kyle Dixon?
I think it's Kyle.
I believe Connors is Finley's son.
Yes, Finley.
And then they did a Burger King commercial, and then they come back and said he with Whopper and a chicken sandwich on the side. I'm dying it because I think Booker T said that. Booker T's funny as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I got to learn how to do that. And then the main event. I mean, that was hard to keep track of. That was so fast. Most of the match happened on the outside of the ring, if you noticed. I don't know how anybody could walk away from all those back slams down on those ladders like they did, because they just didn't do them. They damn near drilled them through it. I loved how Carver ripped them ladders apart.
Yes.
And then the guy used them as a stilts. I mean, see, I'm still learning my name, so I got to look at my notes. Shiloh Hill.
Yes.
Using
Ruthless aggression.
ladders as stilts. That was fantastic. I love the ending, too, where Joe Hendry and who's the other guy? Ricky Saints was fighting over that belt, and I kept waiting on that belt to break.
Yeah.
I guess you can disrespect that belt that time because that was part of the match. I give that match an 11. I mean, I'll go one higher than that. I give the whole show an 8. It was
fantastic.
It was very, very good. Very, very well done.
They did some things I hadn't seen. It was really physical, man. They beat the crap out of each other. And Carver.
Man. They forgot how they piled all the ladders up on top of Carver, trying to keep people over there. That all of a sudden, I knew it was just a matter of time for he.
Yeah, it had to be like 40 ladders, man. I don't know where's they get all the damn ladders from.
I was laughing because they
There's a lot. Hey,
like the junkyard.
I'll be honest with you, Tony. It's like the performance center is like on a piece of land that has like all kinds of warehouses around it. So they probably got shit stashed in all those other buildings.
It reminded me of Funk and Mick Foley at the ECW arena when they threw all their chairs.
Yeah.
Everybody just kept throwing all their ladders on top of him. But yeah, the main event was outstanding. Very, very well done. I would have been happy to be in the arena that night. And
I'd have been thrilled. Yeah, that was 2 experienced guys with 5 really young guys, and I thought the 5 young guys really, really stepped up.
Yeah, they all brought it. They all brought it. Yeah.
Man, it was fantastic. Good storytelling. Yeah, I agree with you, Marcus. 11. Heck, I may not be high enough. I really enjoyed the show, but that made it. That made the show, no doubt about it. And
the women, I cannot believe how talented. I mean, on all the brands. I don't know about AEW. But the women's divisions on all these brands are just outstanding. Keep the Bellas out of it.
Yes,
they've had their time. You don't need to be in there. There is so much strong talent in these ladies. You do not need to bring these. And I hate to use the word has-beens, especially when they're champions and Hall of Famers. Quit bringing the Bella Twins in. You can find 2 more ladies to take their spot anywhere in the entire company.
Yeah,
you can find 2 other ladies to take that spot.
I agree, Marks. I don't know why they think they need them. They've got a reason that we don't. I mean, I guess it's they sell a lot of merch. They get a lot of views. I guess that's the only thing I can think of, because I don't know what the other reasons would be.
Casey
That's the only-
Santos is in the chat. Casey, how you been, buddy?
Yeah,
March,
seen him back. Seen him back on Facebook here recently. Says he's doing a lot better, and maybe we'll see him somewhere before too long.
merchandise and sales
what's
and
up, Tracy?
viral clicks only get you so far. So
Huh?
But no, I tell you, that lady that let me figure it out. Lash Legend, that's my hero.
yes,
'Cause I did see that where she
absolutely.
eliminated the Bellas, and it's like, hey, there, you got my hero.
So- For anybody that's out there who likes ladder matches, hardcore matches, those type things, physical matches,
Go watch that
it is
match.
on NXT. It is on YouTube. The whole match, I think it's 17 minutes long.
CW as well.
Yeah, it's on CW. Also, check out that match. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed.
And at the end of the
nothing-
match, you will believe.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the best matches I've seen, ladder matches in.
Yeah.
Since the Dudleys and Hardys and Matt.
As a Christian.
Yeah.
I know it's early in the year, but there was people talking, and it's too early, but people talking about that could be up for match of the year, and it could be.
Yeah, that was one of the best ladder matches I've seen in a long time.
I agree. It was very well done. It just wasn't. It wasn't just a car crash. I mean, don't get me wrong; it was physical, but it wasn't just a car crash.
Well, everybody worked so well together. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of the time, everybody's on their own schedule, but everybody was in spot on where they needed to be to do what they needed to do. But again, you never seen a guy rip a ladder in half and then a guy use it for stilts. I mean, it's like, damn.
Yeah. I don't know where they come up with that, but it was fantastic. Okay, guys, let's move on to Big Glenn and AEW. Glenn, your thoughts? What you liked? What you didn't like on AEW last night?
I'll go ahead and start with what I did like. This incident took place during the main event, and it's the one that got everybody talking on social media, obviously, between Brody King and MJF. The crowd was chanting "F Ice," so and
Yeah.
MJF gave the camera one of those funny looks, but he's pretty much agreeing with the crowd in that way. So, but Brody King, defeated MJF. We had Ricochet and Jungle Boy. Ricochet beat Jungle Boy, and a few other matches that took place on the card was Andre El Idolo. He defeated Kenny Omega, and the other noteworthy match would have been Orange Cassidy and Tony Storm defeating Brittany Brooks and Jordan Oasis in a duos match.
Yes.
It's your average AEW. I'd have to rate it 6.5 out of 10. So
Okay. It started slow for me. I watched the show. It started slow for me. I thought it picked up there in the Omega match. I thought the Omega and Andrade match was the match of the night for me. Ricochet match was okay. I thought it was a pretty good show. I'll give it. I thought it was better than last week. I give last week 7.5. I'll give this one an 8. Brody King beating MJF in 3 minutes. That's kind of a shock type thing.
yeah,
One thing I don't like. I don't like them having these title eliminators. I mean, you get a guy who hasn't beat nobody, and Brody said, I want a match, and if I beat you, then I get a title match, and he beats MJF in 3 minutes. So now they're going to wrestle in Australia next Saturday. MJF's probably going to win the match, and that's going to be the end of the feud. And they're going to end up 1-1, and it's 50-50 booking. I'm not a big fan of that, but I'm going to say so much.
I think.
Go ahead.
I was going to say it's so much of the WWE in the 2000s and the late 2000s was 50-50 and stuff. So
Yeah,
I know
that's true.
exactly where you're coming from on that.
And I thought Andrade's being presented in a different way than he's been presented in a while. He looks important, even though he's kind of a chicken shit heel. He's cheating, low blows, and that's how he's winning. But he's beat Kenny Omega. He's beat Swerve Strickland. That's 2 huge wins for him. So I tell you what, that show, the Australia show, they're going to have. It's going to be a tape delay show. It'll be on 8 p.m. the Valentine's Day, the 14th. It looks like a really good show. I got to give them credit. They usually struggle to build shows. I think they're doing a good job on building this one. Okay, Glenn, you
tell
got
you what,
anything else?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'll add a funny note to the Andre El Idolo looking important, man. He is definitely looking important when he's taking pictures with them OnlyFans models of that ringside last
Yeah,
night.
yeah, yeah.
So.
They had
Yeah,
some nice looking Mexican ladies over there. Yeah, they were. I guarantee you, they
absolutely.
were all there. But I guess one of the OnlyFans posted on her thing. Guess where I was at last night? Watching
Yeah.
fake shit. Watching fake shit. That's what she
Oh,
Yeah.
posted. That's what she posted on her
Yep.
timeline.
She did.
I was.
It's
Yep.
there.
Yep. Watching fake
Yeah.
shit. Well,
Yeah.
that's not any worse. When AEW first started, they brought Mike Tyson in, and the camera decided to go to him where he wasn't
Yeah.
even looking at the match and taking a big yawn.
Yeah.
that was horrible. I'll
Yeah.
never forget that. Why
Dude,
would you put the camera on him then?
Yeah. I tell you what, man, them OnlyFans models or ladies in general, man, they make good money on that shit. So.
They were nice looking ladies. I will say that much.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, let's move on from there, and let's go to our old school match. Some of you may be able to do it by memory. We'll let Marcus go first. It was Greg the Hammer Valentine versus Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 4. And me and Marcus talked earlier today. You know, Greg Valentine really don't get the credit that he deserves, man.
No,
He's
no.
a fantastic wrestler, technician, brute. He had brutal matches. Every move that he did meant something. You know, I mean, wasn't no waste.
He had that look. He had that look to him as well. He had a look to him like he was a brute. Like he just
Yeah.
he had that look.
Looked like you didn't want to fuck with him. He really did.
Yeah, he was a hell of a worker.
Yep, I agree. Marcus?
Okay, who actually watched it here this week?
I did.
I did.
Tonight.
Okay, so what's my first complaint right off the bat? What's my
The kid. Steamboat
Yes,
Brown, the
that's
kid.
exactly right. I hated Steamboat eras where he kept dragging his son down the ring. Why do you have to do that?
Well,
It's like nobody cares.
but you know who probably that was probably
That's Vince.
Vince's idea.
That's Vince.
Anyhow, so after you got through that hoopla crap, for Steamboat's technical arm drags, there ain't anybody that could do it any better than Steamboat could.
Nope.
Scientific old school. I'm trying to remember what I wrote here. Yeah, you're right. Greg the Hammer was moved to move. I don't know that those guys ever wrestled before. I'm sure they did somewhere, maybe in the NWA or somewhere, but that's the first night I ever knew those two ever worked each other, and they've worked very well together.
Yeah, even for the short time that they had.
Didn't they have? I could be thinking Tito because they had a big feud, but didn't Steamboat and Valentine wrestle when one of them had the Intercontinental Championship?
Well, if they did, it had to be a house show. It was nothing they.
Okay.
Greg the Hammer was on an independent show that we helped with that.
Yeah, he sure was.
Well, I met him.
He was on that show at the convention center.
Yep.
Say, I met him.
Hey.
I don't know, several years ago.
I hung out with him on a show that we don't speak about.
Yeah, it must be that one. I got the poster in my garage. But anyhow,
Yep, that is the one.
hearing Jimmy, you know what I loved about that? That's one of the very few times you could hear Jimmy literally the entire match
Yep.
yelling commands to Greg Valentine. And Jimmy is brilliant too because he was spot on yelling all that stuff. They called it a reverse knife edges, but they were more like chops. The chops, those guys were hitting each other. They weren't holding nothing back. That's old school. They told a story. The selling was fantastic. I give it a 10. And it was just a preliminary match for that really wasn't going to go anywhere except to give that tournament moved along a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I thought Greg pinned him fair. They said he pulled his tights. I don't think he did.
Okay,
I think it's
I
way
agree with you.
leg. I don't think he pulled his tights. I think he pinned him fairly.
Marcus, let me ask you a question real quick. A lot of people didn't like WrestleMania 4, didn't like the tournament format. I enjoyed the tournament format. I liked it. Now, was it the best WrestleMania ever seen? No, of course not. But I enjoyed the tournament format. What do you think of the tournament?
Yeah, at the time I did. And in fact, when I was watching it, because you seen, what was it, One Man Gang and Bam Bam?
Yep.
I can't remember all those matches, but a lot of that was just pure entertainment.
Yeah.
Pure entertainment back then. So yeah, I loved it, and then to watch it again, and then my old school match that I'm going to announce here in a little bit. You'll see why I picked it here in a minute.
Okay.
It was just that era, WWF in the 80s, 90s, WWF in the before Stone Cold showed up, about 90, 91. Oh, brilliant stuff.
91, 92, 93.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they even go back and watch it again. It's fantastic.
my favorite Rumble so far is of all time has always been the 93 Rumble.
93. Who won that one?
Yokozuna.
Yeah. I have to
Okay.
think. Flair won it because he got the belt, and then Yoko won it the next year. Yes.
Yeah, Flair's my favorite. That's my favorite one, and a lot of that's because Bobby Heenan.
Yep.
The commentator.
It's not fair to Flair.
It's not fair
It's
to
not fair to Flair.
No. Oh, it was just fantastic.
No,
He made
it's
that
not
damn.
fair to
He
Flair.
made that damn rumble. A commentator made that damn rumble.
Yeah.
Bobby Heenan and his damn commentary kills me. And you talk about somebody else that could sell like hell. That guy was all around.
Yep.
All
What nothing
around.
he could do.
'Cause He
He
could
could
sell.
what
He
nothing
could
he
take
couldn't do.
bumps like anybody I've seen. So that was my take. I just happened to run
Okay.
across it because I happened to watch WrestleMania 4. That came up like, oh, I ought to use that one.
It was very good. I really enjoyed it. I think I got took out of a little bit because, like you said, it was a preliminary match, kind of in a tournament, so that maybe took it down a little bit for me. But man, Greg the Hammer Valentine and Ricky Steamboat, in my opinion, could have main evented it anywhere. That's just my opinion. That's how good they were. They may not have been seen in that light by everybody, but they definitely were seen in that light by me. Valentine don't get enough credit. I'm pretty sure he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. He went in because the year that WrestleMania 1 turned 20 years, that's when they all
20,
went.
yeah, WrestleMania 20
Yep.
when there with
So-
Jesse the Body.
So it's a really good match. Big Glenn.
I enjoyed it. This is one that I actually had to go back and watch because I hadn't watched the actual match in full. But for a 10 to 12-minute match, this was fantastic. Because you had them two going back and forth the whole match. It was amazing, honestly. You got the doing the chops back and forth, then obviously the finish of the Steamboat crossbody, and Greg the Hammer Valentine reversing it into a pinfall, and the little stint there also at the end of the match with Steamboat getting aggravated with one of the Hebners, So
Yeah, I know he manhandled the referee during the match. That kind of surprised me that they didn't do it.
Yeah, that was
oh no,
that was
I was surprised.
and commentary brought it up too. They did.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a good match. Marcus, why don't you go ahead and give us next week's?
Right. Well, I was talking to Tony. I got a gold mine on a bunch of wrestling magazines this past Saturday.
Yeah.
I bought 34 of them for $20. It was a damn good deal because they were all 2002, 3, and 4s. But they had a gold mine.
I miss wrestling magazines.
Well, these
Same.
were all WWF, but I made a deal with the lady because she was selling them for $2 a piece, and then right at the main event, she said, "Okay, now they're all $1." Well, then after everybody left, I came over and said, "How many you got left?" And we pulled them out. She goes, 34. I go, "What kind of deal?" She says, $20. I says, "All right, give them to me."
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
hell
got them
yeah.
too. I used to love them wrestling magazines.
good.
Dad always had them, so I got to look at them. And then when I went to the barber shop with Grandpa, the barber would always give me a wrestling magazine. He'd give me one of the magazines to take home with me.
My two favorite magazines were from the I want to say it's from the editor. It was the World of Wrestling magazine with the Mick Foley picture on it.
I have all those.
Yeah. And the other one was the Raw magazine where Vader's eyes jacked up. The Raw magazine with Vader's eyes fucked up from that other match that we talked about.
Vader.
Yeah, Vader.
Guys, I don't know about you, Marcus. I was never a big fan of wrestling magazine, but I never cared for the Raw magazine.
No, I love the old WWF with the old WWF logo. When they started changing the design of that logo, the magazine kind of started going south a little bit. Again,
Marcus,
you get those 80 magazines, You can't beat them. Okay, well, anyway, in that box, Chris, if you can make me big, trust me, I had a gold mine here worth the entire $20 I spent. I would have paid $20 for this magazine alone. This here is the official souvenir magazine souvenir program from
SummerSlam 91.
90. SummerSlam 90.
Okay.
This was in the box. This is the one you bought the arena.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Damn.
And then I would have paid $20 for this, just for this magazine.
Yeah.
So anyway, on the back is the card.
Oh shit.
And
Yeah.
the main event, you guys pick. I was going to do Mr. Perfect and the Texas Tornado for the Intercontinental title, but if you actually watch that match, most of it's good with a very quick ending. And I thought, no, that's not going to be very good because they went at it for maybe 3 or 4 minutes of fantastic, and then it was just bang. It had to be a time cut.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a double main event. Do you want Hogan versus Earthquake? The return of Hulk Hogan and it said Tugboat, but it ended up being
Cage match. It's gotta be the cage match.
Warrior
Yeah.
Ravish and Rick Rude.
Yes.
Is that the one you want to do?
Yeah.
It's very well done, and then you get to see what I'm talking about. Bobby Heenan selling in that.
Yes.
Okay, so it's SummerSlam 90.
Okay. Rude.
SummerSlam 1990. Ultimate Warrior taking on Ravish and Rick Rude for the title.
That's gonna be a good one because I know
Okay.
how the
And it's the old
Hogan
blue
match
cage.
ended.
It's the old blue cage.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys. I
Can
got
I-
one more. Go
Can I
ahead.
add one? Can I add one to the list?
Well, won't you let you pick one for the next week?
Then after
Okay.
Justin
Yeah.
wins, I'll pick one.
What are you going to pick, Justin? Maybe I'll go ahead and watch it. PM me. Just PM me.
You want you
Okay.
you want me to pee in you? All right.
Hey, what's up, Justin Danger?
Hey, Justin, how's it going, buddy? Guys, got one more thing before we get out of here, real quick. It pissed me off. Dave Meltzer a week or so ago.
Something pissed you off?
Yeah,
No,
he's
it's
an
pissed
idiot.
off because we talked about it earlier. He was pissed off.
Billy Gunn talked a little bit about AEW and talked about all of wrestling, wasn't just about AEW. And he works for AEW, but he talked about they need to learn how to work. And he brought up Kyle Fletcher, great wrestler, and he said he was a great wrestler, but they need to learn how to work. And Dave Meltzer fired back and said Billy Gunn was never said. He says that Fletcher is a top 5 wrestler in the world right now.
Shit.
Yeah, that's what he
That's
said.
kind of what we
And
said, too.
Fletcher's good in ring, yes, but you couldn't pick if you take him to out on the streets, out in the crowd, 50 people. I doubt out of the 50 people anybody can pick him out, and he can't talk on the mic. But he's young. He's 26, 27 years old. I mean, he's still got plenty of time, and I think he's in the ring. He is very good, but he said he's top 5 in the world, and he said that Billy Gunn in his career was never top 200 in the world. Billy Gunn's a fucking Billy Gunn's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. He is a great entertainer. He was good on the mic. Not to say he's fantastic on the mic, but he was strong on the mic. He, like I said,
he was strong in the ring. He was strong on the mic. He had charisma. Like
charisma. He joined DX. DX, one of the greatest.
At a time, he was probably. There was a time where he was probably top 25 in
1999. You know, when he won the King of the Ring.
Yeah, he won the King of the Ring. He was the Intercontinental Champion. He was a European champion.
Tough enoughs too.
Now the Rock, that feud he had with the Rock after that was something. You know, they may have taken him down a notch, but that's beside the fact.
And he had a big part in DX. Like he was big. Like he was a big part of DX with his. So yeah, he was definitely. I guarantee in my mind there was a time where he was top 25.
Yes.
Easily.
Oh, I agree. He would, but with the New Age Outlaws with the smoking guns, him and Bart Gunn, like
don't
forget Billy and Chuck.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot about those guys.
Well, when we was in Converse, like I was telling Tony earlier, Maples booked the New Age Outlaws, and some smart ass kid at ringside says, "Oh, it's Billy and Chuck." He says, "Dude, I'm telling you right now, that made me $1 billion."
Justin Danger said he was a better worker as Smoking Gun Billy Gunn.
Good tag team. He was a real good, probably a better tag team than her and Road Dogg. But him and Road Dogg was so charismatic, they got a lot more popular. But them two together, when they joined DX, made DX better.
Yeah.
I mean, they really did. I mean, they really did. I mean, yeah, to say that Meltzer's a fucking moron. I mean,
That's
how
that's
you
not-
really feel.
that's
Tell us
something
how you
new.
really feel.
well, to a guy that's supposed to be a wrestling historian, be a wrestling historian. Just don't hate on somebody on a group that you don't like. If you hate WWE and you want to suck AEW's balls, that's fine. But if you're an historian, be an historian and be honest. And don't get me wrong, I've been watching AEW lately, and they've got a lot better. They really have. And I want AEW to be successful because it's good for everybody. But you don't have to. I watch a lot of podcasts, watch a lot of stuff so I can learn. But then you watch these podcasts, and I see how they cover AEW, and then I see how they cover TNA and how they cover WWE, and you see the bias. You see a big bias on a lot of them. And they're not biased for WWE. People gonna say they're biased. No, they're not biased for WWE because WWE ain't gonna kiss their ass because they don't need them. WWE don't need any of them podcasters.
Can I give you some stats?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, this is Pro Wrestling Illustrated, probably the top magazine in the world today for wrestling. He was the Tag Team of the Year in 1998 with Road Dogg, Tag Team of the Year 2002 with Chuck, ranked number 39 out of 599, 231 in 2003, and he was number 43 in the top 100 tag teams in 2003. Now, you tell me that guy ain't ranking nowhere.
Yeah, and right now, Kyle Fletcher has not been a world champion.
Well, let's look his stats up.
Probably will be a world champion. I wouldn't be surprised. Very good in the ring. Very, very good in the ring. Very talented guy. He's getting better on the mic, but he's been a tag team guy for a long time. He's just not really getting a singles run in the last year to 16 months. Dude could be a superstar. I'm not taking anything away from him. He's not the guy that said this. That's Meltzer. I'm not. But also, I think Billy's upset because a lot of these guys won't listen to any of the veterans. AEW is notorious for not listening to the veterans.
Why I think Punk left.
I was going to say CM Punk has said that.
Dean Malenko, Tully Blanchard.
There's been a lot of people that said that. It ain't like he's the first person that said that.
No. And he still works there. And his sons both work there. I mean, the guy's just being honest.
I think if his sons went there, he probably wouldn't be messing with it, honestly. So.
Yeah, he ranked number 33 this past year.
Yeah, he's very good.
So he was right there, Billy.
Yep.
So, of course, it was like 2 decades later, but still, Billy. But have you seen Billy? We talked about that too.
Billy's bigger now than ever been.
The guy's beefed up. I mean,
yeah, he's in shape.
yeah, he still can go in the ring too. They say so. All right, guys. I thought we had a really good show. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Check it out. We appreciate it, man. We had a lot of people watch last week. Kind of almost doubled what we've been doing. So hopefully this show will do the same. Like up there on the screen, please subscribe. Please subscribe on YouTube. I can't talk. Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wow. Hold on.
Let me tell
we cannot end until Marcus says that. Marcus has to say it.
Nope.
Okay.
No, you got to say it, Marcus.
I will say
you
it.
can hit a few of my Monday shows where I will say that.
I will say it. Surprise, motherfuckers.
Because especially when I'm talking about the micros in Lafayette, you hear me say that F word quite a bit in that story.
Well,
Yes.
let me tell you a real quick story. Working at Walmart, of course, you get thieves and stuff. And we had a guy that was trying to steal some stuff, had a cart full of stuff and a bicycle and stuff, and he's going out to the lawn and garden area and going out the back door. Well, a guy kind of followed him. Well, he didn't see the guy anymore. The door's open. Alarm's going off, but the stuff's still kind of sitting there, and that guy's just kind of standing there. And out of nowhere, this gentleman comes through the door. It says, "Surprise, motherfucker!" It scared that dude to death. That dude took off running. That dude grabbed the cart, the bicycle, took off. It was hilarious, man. It was hilarious. So we tease that guy all the time, and he don't work anymore, but we used to tease him all the time. He used to get so mad.
That's great.
But yeah,
That's great,
yeah,
man.
it was awesome. Well, again, hope everybody enjoyed it. Well, me and Chris and Big Glenn will be back on the air here in just a little bit with Thursday Night Blitz. We talking some football. Talk about some Super Bowl, and we'll have some special NBA talk since the NBA trade deadline was earlier today. We'll have a lot to talk about there too. So check us out at 10, and we greatly appreciate everybody watching. And everybody have a great night.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.